Well, from the host of Def Comedy Jam to taking on some big roles on the big screen, Joe Torry has done it all. But this weekend, you can catch him right here in Memphis at Chuckles Comedy House. One show is already in the books, but there are plenty of other chances this weekend to catch Joe Torry. This morning, though, he is joining me to talk all about it. Welcome so much. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks. So welcome back to Memphis.
I know. You've been to Memphis several times, huh?
Several. We was trying to count them. I'm like, over 35 years?
Wow.
Probably over 100 times.
Oh my God. Okay, well then, I always like to ask the comedians like what their experience with the Memphis crowd is, and I mean, who better to ask than you because you've been here so many times. So I know you had a show yesterday. What's the Memphis crowd like?
Memphis crowd depends on when you get the 7 o'clock early crowd or you get the 10 o'clock crowd. So depends on if they've been to Bill Street or not.
Right. Okay. Seriously.
But just down home, fun, loving. You can talk about regular stuff. I'm a Midwestern guy from St. Louis, military brat. We were sharing that. So I like that gumbo-ness that I can just bring here, and with Memphis, because it's just the blues, baby.
Exactly.
It's history and it's heritage.
I love it. And one of the things that we were just talking about that I just think is the coolest thing ever is that you don't necessarily like pre-rehearse scripts or everything. You kind of just go off the dome and just have a conversation. Is that your style of comedy? Is that what people can expect? Like, how would you describe what you do?
Well, every show they come to is different. None of them is the same. You know, you might, when I want to hear this joke, I want to talk about your son or say something about this. So they have favorites that they want to hear, or me talk about a particular topic, like all the beef that's going on now with the rappers and the comedians. And so I have my voice, on such everything. So I can't really plan it like, okay, something like, you're not going to hear the same show. Because it's a new day every day. So it's new news, stuff just popping out. I just put it in there and I just go to work like Benihana, just make it right there fresh in front of you.
I love that. Do you ever oblige if they're like yelling I want to hear this? Will you, give in, or are you kind of like, not today?
No, it depends. Give me 10 more minutes. We want 5 more minutes. One more joke. So I'm like, okay, well, like it's like I'm a jukebox.
Yeah.
But yeah, certain things, like if they want to hear me talk about my father, who's he's a great character because he's military.
Yeah.
So a lot of people had served with both military brass as well. So I just, I have so much a plethora of information that hopefully I can get it all in an hour.
Yeah, and you've had such a storied, great career over 30 years, has it been?
35 years.
35 years. I mean, you've worked with so many people, so many big names. You're a big name yourself. Is there any one thing about your career that stands out or that you're extra proud of?
Just the blessing every day to get up and, to see all the fans after 35 years. The people are like, where you got an Oscar, you got a Grammy, you got an Emmys. Every time somebody comes and see me, they are my Oscars, they are my Grammys, they are my Emmys, they are all my awards. And that's the most beautiful thing to see is 35 years people still like my work, acting, comedy, and they really, come out and see you.
Such a blessing. I could sit here and talk to you about this stuff all day because it's so interesting to me, but we have to go. Tell us before we go the times and when people can see you this weekend.
This weekend, 2 shows tonight, Chuckles. I think it's 7:30 and 9:45, something like that. They can look. And Saturday, I think 1 show Sunday. So 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 Mother's Day show, and a big hug and some chuckles from Uncle Joey. That's me.
All right. Well, there you go. All those times, there's plenty of opportunities to see Joe Torry. Thank you again for being here with us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. We'll be right back after this.